Welcome to the Pint Perspective.
How we doing, guys?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Good. Happy Palm Sunday.
Palm Sunday.
Yeah. It's the week before Easter.
Ah.
So, Abby, welcome back. We missed you last week.
Yeah,
She was absent.
I'm back from Michigan.
How was that?
It was a good time.
Good.
We went up to Traverse City, drank probably too much wine.
A wine weekend, huh?
Yeah,
Was there a lot of whining going on?
there was. There really was. Goggin needed a root canal. So
I would be whining too.
I had to hear about that one all weekend.
Like a legit root canal?
Yeah,
Or is that
that's
like a
the
metaphor?
first thing he did when he got back home on Tuesday, was go and get a root canal.
Wow.
What a fun way to spend your weekend.
Right.
Pain, drinking wine.
I've never had a root canal.
It's not very fun.
I don't even know how that works. But anyway, B-Ride, we got some big stuff going on today.
Yeah, we got a pretty full episode today. We talked a little bit about last week. We were going to do a bracket of beers. So I think we talked about everybody submitting their favorite beers. After some careful thought, we decided we're going to run with our bracket. Everybody gave their top 10 beers. We narrowed that down, found the overlap on the most popular. We pulled out 8 of those. Now today, we're going to run through those 8 beers, and blindly, we're going to pick our favorite. Now, we do have a special behind-the-scenes guest today, our beautiful beer mate, my sister Tammy. So thank you.
Round of applause for Tammy.
Yes, thank you. So she'll be helping us with that. I'm going to run through the 8 beers that are on the table. So, 8 beers. I'm going to give you the list right now. Number 1, Miller Lights.
Mm-hmm.
That was the top vote getter, by the way. Number 2, Coors Banquet. Number 3 is a Corona Light. Number 4 is a Bud Light. Number 5 is a Coors Light. Might see a theme there, guys. Number 6 was the Rolling Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And number 7 is a Spotted Cow. And the number 8 beer is the Mango Cart.
It's a pretty solid top 8 list.
Yeah.
Some good stuff on there.
How are we feeling about that?
I'm pretty excited.
It's going to be a good time.
It is.
Yeah.
Could we put this up here so I could remember what we're picking from?
I can give you the list. Sure.
Okay.
But without much further ado, shall we get right into it?
So
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm ready.
Giddy up. Round number 1. By the way, gang, in between these, while you're tasting, there's a bowl of oyster crackers on the table.
Cleanse that palate.
Yeah. Unfortunately, what I read was you really shouldn't use a salted cracker, but I couldn't find any unsalted crackers. So we're on a budget here.
Well, this will work.
All right.
I'm excited.
Oh, boy.
So excited.
About to dive into a good idea. Let's have a cracker real quick.
So, right off the bat, beer number 1 and 2. Again, we don't know what these are. This is a blind thing for us. You can tell one is
Number 1's a little more cloudy.
a little hazy.
And number 2, you can clearly see your fingers through the glass. So, yeah, definitely a little hazy. It'll be interesting to note if right off the bat you're able to tell what beer it is. So, number 1, let's try it.
All right, here we go.
I would say that would have to be a Rolling Rock or a Spotted Cow. Maybe even a Bud Light.
I don't think it's a light beer.
Man, I'm leaning towards a Spotted Cow.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, but we'll see. All right, I'm going to sample into number 2.
Yeah.
So I can have a little
Definitely a Corona Light, I think. The first one, out of all these going on here, I got to go with Spotted Cow, I think.
I'm kind of feeling that way too, and it's interesting, the pairing right there.
And what's going to be difficult is because if we are confident enough to know what we think these are,
Will that change your vote?
yes, are you going to vote something out because you just know what it is, or because you actually like the flavor better?
Well, here's the thing. If these two are the ones that I think they are, in my mind, I thought I could walk into this knowing what specifically these two were. It's going to get a little more tricky once you get into Miller Lights and Coors Lights and Bud Lights.
Right. So as a reminder, whichever one we decide we like better, will that be paired up with the next one coming?
No,
Or will there be two fresh ones?
it'll be two totally
Okay,
different. Next
okay.
week, the winner of these two will
Gotcha.
show up in the final four.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. Both good.
Yeah, I think I'm choosing number one.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that.
Abby, yeah, you don't have a whole lot of commentary.
I'm thinking. Number 1 was definitely better.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth flavor, right?
I really love these oyster crackers. And I'm sitting here looking at this bowl. I'm kind of thinking about getting a spoon and pouring some beer in it. It'd be like a cereal.
Dude, I would love that if you did that.
But this might be something that makes it onto the YouTube channel as a video.
But I think you would have to use an IPA.
Yeah.
I don't really like those.
Because that's like, you know how, maybe you didn't do this as a kid, but I did. When you got cereal, you just dumped sugar on top of it.
Are
So-
you so old that they didn't have sugar in your cereal when you were a
I
kid?
am that old. Because, a matter of fact, I was talking to someone this week about this. And I'm sure my mom hated taking her children to the store to get a box of cereal.
I thought you said that you had like Count Chocula when you were a kid. That sounds like it has sugar in it.
Well, yeah, but we would argue over, and it wasn't necessarily that we liked the cereal. A lot of times it was about the toy that was in the box. So you're a mother and you have 3 children, and they're all fighting over a different toy and a different cereal. It could be really frustrating, and I feel like what my mom would do, they used to have this like cellophane bag of what they called puffed wheats. Popeye's puffed wheats. And it has 0 flavor, and the only way to make it edible is to put sugar all over it.
Here's where Grandma could have gotten really smart and avoided a lot of fights.
Only had 1 child.
Was that probably. But if she went into your bedroom and found a toy you didn't play with anymore and just put it in your box of cereal.
Yeah, maybe. But how does she do that for the other 2?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The one toy's already in the cereal. You just have to put 2 more in there.
So they're like, hey, look at this. This cereal. Put your favorite toy, each of you, into 1 box. And you get this box of cereal, and it's like bulging out at the sides.
There's a roller skate at the bottom of it. It's like, clearly
Oh,
it's
boy.
not right. All right, so we got 3 and 4.
All right, this is going to be interesting. I'm jumping into number 3 right now.
Yeah.
By the way, very clear.
Well, I'll be darned.
I feel like that might be a Rolling Rock.
You know where I'm leaning?
I'm leaning toward Miller Lite.
I'm leaning absolutely towards a Miller Lite. Definitely light beer. Okay, I'm going into 4 here.
Kind of feeling like that might be the Coors Light.
The number 3 or 4?
I'm feeling like 4 is a Coors Light. Maybe a
See.
Bud Light.
I don't think so. I don't think that's a Coors
I
Light.
wouldn't have gone with Coors Light on 4.
Maybe a Banquet.
I forgot that one was in there.
Would you like to see the list a little bit better?
Thank you. Wow. Going back to number 3.
See, I almost feel like number 4 might be a Corona Light.
But see, Corona has that real that hint of like skunky THC-ness smell. And I smelled that real
I
hard
smelled
on
it
the
right
second
before
one.
I even had a drink of it. I smelled it.
And there's no other beer on this list that would have that quality to it.
I feel like Bud Light kind of has that.
Here's my honest thoughts with you guys. I'm leaning towards 4 being a Bud Light.
Let me try it again. Hold on. You say that now. I'm second guessing myself.
Do you understand why I'm saying that though?
Yeah, because on the back end of the beer, that's one thing I never liked about Bud Light was the
There's something in the back. Yeah.
yeah. All right, dude. I'm buying what you're selling. I'm putting the Bud Light down as number 4.
I feel somewhat confident.
And I'm
That's a
glad
Bud
Abby
Light.
brought up the banquet idea. But I feel like the banquet would be a little bit darker, right?
Yeah, Banquet I feel would be a little darker. Now I'm
It either case, I'm saying number 3 is better.
I really didn't mind 4. I didn't think 4 was that bad. I'm like 75% sure it was a Bud Light, but I don't want to go above that.
You know what? I'm not going against my first instinct on number 3. I'm saying it's a Miller Lite.
And I know Abby's the Coors Light woman here. I'm confident. I feel enough to say we have not reached the Coors Light yet.
I would agree with that.
And I'm
statement.
also comfortable in saying we haven't made it to the Rolling Rock yet.
No, I don't think we have either. And I can tell you right now, we have not hit a mango cart.
I feel like that's gonna be the only one that we can all collaboratively nail.
What'd you do if it was clearly a mango cart, and you guys knew it, and I honestly was like, I mean, as a banquet dude, I promise, I'm so completely no, but okay. So here's the deal: we were pretty confident in 2, 3, and 4 being a Miller and Bud. Is that going to change how you pick this?
I don't know. It's going to be interesting
Because we could be wrong, and it would.
Well, I'm
make
sure
a
we are
difference.
wrong. The only one I feel confident in was the Corona Light right now.
Yeah. And here's my problem, man. Again, I'm 75% on that being a Bud Light, and I'm like a 60 to 65% on 3 being a Miller Lite. But I really did enjoy 4, and that's what scares me.
So, what if 4 is a Bud Light? Because you gave up Bud Light a long time ago, right?
Yes, yep.
Does
But I
does that mean
really
you're going
enjoyed.
back to it.
I don't know. I really
See, I
enjoyed
feel
4.
like Bud Light has more of a skunky kind of flavor to it.
And we could be completely wrong. These are not even a Miller or, but we just don't know. That's what's fun. But I really did like 4. 3 was great too, and so this is where it's hard for me.
What if she's over there giving us the same beer every time?
It's the same too every single time. The whole thing's a prank. She's like, they act like they know about beer, but they don't. It's just the same stuff.
Yeah, like every single one of these is like a Miller Lite.
Yeah.
And in our brain, we taste it. We're like, oh yeah, I can definitely tell a difference.
What? Do you need to know what 2 you're using now? You mean?
What two were your favorites?
Oh.
You just trying to figure it out. You never said.
Yeah, I'm struggling. So I'm torn because I really did like 4, and 3 was good as well. But
liked 1 and
I
3.
think 3 was a Miller Lite, and I'm scared to vote against Miller Lite.
Yeah, I said number 3 was my favorite of 3 and 4.
Okay.
All right, here comes 5 and 6, which again very
Very
pale.
similar. It's a very similar color for sure.
That could be my Coors Light.
Yeah, well, makes sense.
I really do think she strategically put a Miller versus a Coors.
I'm going 5 over 6 on this.
Well, it would be interesting as we've been talking through this what Tammy's thoughts are. Like, she's over there preparing the beers, getting the glasses rewashed, and she's like, boy, what a bunch of idiots. Everybody knows that's a Rolling Rock.
Yeah, we're completely wrong. We should rip off Klondike and make a commercial where it's like me looking like I'm whacked out, and it says, "What would you do for a Velo pouch?" Because I'm telling you right now, I'm like,
Would it be shave off your beard?
maybe,
'Cause-
but
wow.
probably not.
I feel like you could get it more square.
No, here's the thing, Abby. Look, truthfully, doesn't he look like he should be on that movie Super Troopers?
Yes.
Maybe I am. Yeah.
It's a good look for you, dude. I like it.
Well, it's
You
just
look like your dad every time you shave it all down except for the stash.
We're in for some business right now. Here we go.
Oh wow, that's
Wow, we know
that number 7 looks like a Corona
no.
or a mango.
Mango cart.
no. I'm saying number 7. It's very hazy, by the way.
Oh, that's the mango for
It
sure. I don't
absolutely
even
is.
have to try it.
It absolutely is. I'm saying,
This might be a banquet. I haven't tried it yet, but the smell.
All right.
I'm saying it's a Rolling Rock, and I haven't even tasted it because it's the only one I have left.
Oh, that is not a banquet.
That is a very tricky beer.
I'm not comfortable with saying 8's a spotted cow.
It is not a light beer.
I might have to go with that Rolling Rock.
You think so?
It'd probably have to be Rolling Rock or Spotted Cow.
Okay. All right. Oh man.
Do we get to know the results today?
Yeah, we'll know
I would
here
hope so.
shortly.
Oh man.
This is that number 8 is definitely not a Coors Light or a Bud Light.
No, I'm comfortable with saying 8 is a Rolling Rock.
That's probably my least favorite today. I probably have to say that probably is the Rolling.
That's what I'm gonna go with, and I'm also saying 7's a mango, and I'm going with number 7 on this.
So you're picking 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, me too. I haven't even tried it yet because
Right.
I know by smelling it, it's a mango cart, and I love that beer so much.
Have you ever had a lemon beer?
Lemon,
Like a summer shandy.
Is that a lemon beer?
Lion Kugel.
Have you ever had a summer shandy?
Maybe, but I think that was pre me liking beer.
That's Lion Kugel's, right? Summer Shandy.
Oh yeah,
great beer.
yeah, absolutely. Summer Ale by Samuel Adams. That's a good one too.
Wow, I'm just not a fan of number 8.
See, and that's what tells me right there that it's not a banquet.
What if it
That's
was
not a Bud
banquet?
Light. It's not a Miller
Based
Lite.
on her
Not a
reaction,
Coors Light.
if that shows up as a banquet, she has to never drink banquet.
No,
again.
what it would be funny if that showed up as a Coors Light,
Oh.
and all of a sudden it's like, well, I was just kidding. I liked it. No, I'm going with 7 on this one.
Look at that can. By the way,
Wait, does that mean that's the only beer we all got correct that she came back and handed?
probably.
That's the one we got right.
So, Tammy brought over the can, the tall boy of Mango Cart. It's just a beautiful can.
It is a nice can.
Makes you feel good looking at it.
It reminds me of the Easter dress I picked out for myself this year.
All right, are you guys ready for the big reveal? 'Cause
Yeah,
We're about
Big
to find
reveal.
out who
We
the
still
top...
have 9 and 10.
There ain't no 9 and 10. It's top 8.
What? What?
One of us had a long evening last night.
Nuh-uh.
She's like, I'm prepared to have 30 more beers. I don't-
wait.
So we decided we were going to do 8 beers. We got through them all because
All right, I guess I wrote that all down. Okay. Okay.
You got your bearings all straightened out here?
You ready to get this thing figured out?
I have a-
All right, here she comes.
I have a really interesting fact for you guys.
The
Don't
barmaid
forget.
is coming. What does she got for beer number 1?
Beer number 1, here we go. This was the winner, I think, right? Did we all pick one?
It is
Yes,
a
I
spotted
knew
cow.
it.
Spotted
Nice,
cow
nice.
is moving on, by the way.
So let's we'll put another extra mark if it's moving on. Woo!
Oh, I'm so
I'm gonna
relieved.
circle.
Oh,
the
I
one that's
knew
moving
it.
on.
I feel good about that.
I am so relieved about that.
Okay, I'm more nervous about round 2 and 3, to be honest with you. So I'm
So
scared.
number 2, here it comes. Was
Are you
a.
pulling out the winner? Is what's happening?
I feel like
Based
we're
on
on
those?
the Price
she's
is
going
Right.
through the numbers. Number 2 is
A
Oh,
rolling
no.
rock.
interesting.
I got that wrong.
So interesting.
This is still round 1, right?
Now I'm really lost.
So what did I have? I
Where
have
did
a
Corona Light come in at, guys?
This really feels like
no,
we're on the
I'm
Price
so
is Right.
confident, man.
All right, here we come. Number 3.
So confident.
This was a split decision.
I'm scared.
Vote.
Cause
Number 3. Here
please,
she
please don't be what I.
comes.
Please don't be a Miller Lite.
It's
Damn
a
it.
Miller Lite.
Oh no.
Miller Lite, by the way, did you pick Miller Lite number 3?
I picked number 3.
Yes.
But I wrote down Banquet
no.
for it.
Good news, Andrew.
It's still
Miller
moving
Lite
on.
is
Miller
moving
Lite's still
on.
moving up, but I feel like I let Miller Lite down. I don't deserve
You
one.
did. You literally don't even
All right,
deserve
here
to drink
comes
their
number
beer
4.
ever again.
4.
Oh boy, what is it? What is it?
Oh
Coors
no!
Banquet.
Wow. But so Banquet's out?
The Banquet's out.
Oh, but I mean that maybe makes sense why I picked the 4 over the 3.
Mm.
Man.
Right
Well-
now, I'm feeling good about my choices. Number 5, here we come.
So far, what's moving on is good. 5. Here's
Five,
I didn't
here
know.
it
I didn't know
is.
what
Uh-oh,
5 or 6
uh-oh.
was. A Bud Light.
Light.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh no, because I did pick 5.
I'm gonna be really disappointed in myself if I don't at least get Coors Light.
Did you guys
right?
both pick 6?
I picked 6, yes.
And you picked 6?
I did.
So
yeah.
Bud Light is.
Bud Light
eliminated.
is out.
Bud
That's
Light's
not a bad
eliminated.
thing, by the way.
This was another split decision.
Number 6, here we go.
God, don't
Split
get Coors
decision.
Light.
I picked a Banquet on this one. I really did.
Oh, I knew it.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
reliable Coors
Damn
Light.
it.
Coors is moving on. Coors
Well,
Light is moving on.
I'll take a nice little sip of that just for
She's
You know
drinking
what'd
the
be
same.
really
the party.
Abby's got to drink the
He
sample.
gave that to Uncle Monty because he's been sitting out there all afternoon without a beer.
Wow.
Anyway, number 7, which I have to believe is
Is a mango cart, yes,
Yes.
which we know is moving on.
Mango cart's moving on.
And
Number 8.
has to be the Corona. Is the
So
Corona?
interesting.
Wow. See, I
Wow.
never would have got that, man.
All right, so here's the end all be all. So next week, guys, look forward to this. Final 4. We got Spotted Cow coming in at the number 1 seed. Number 2 seed right now is the Miller Lights. A dark horse in the tournament is the Coors Light.
Dark
which-
Horse.
Yeah, because I threw this in. This is where I was telling you yesterday. I did you a favor. There was only 1 vote to put a Coors Light in this tournament,
Guess who got it right?
and I totally put it in just for you. And number 7 is, the 4th number 1 seed is Mango Cart.
Wow.
I can't wait till we do this again. Next weekend we're gonna have a 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4.
Yeah.
So then we're down to 2. And at the end of that, we're down the grand champion for the rest of the year. You're not allowed to drink any other beers
For a whole
unless-
12 months?
unless we're at a brewery. You have to drink that beer only.
I'm not gonna abide by that, but okay. Unless
Unless
is
it's
Coors
a Coors
Light.
Light. You're terrible.